Hello, I am Pam, and this is my channel, Made by Pam. So today is May 20th, 2023. So it is a Friday, but this is hashtag Friday Sews. So, now it's kind of a going on, Last week it was a Saturday, and this week is a Saturday. Jeez. But I have good reasons. My husband came into town. So, Friday early morning, he got in. So, he got home about 3 a.m. Yeah, that was great. And then yesterday, after we got the kids from school, we went and visited his parents, and then came home and decided that we wanted to go watch a movie. So we went and watched Super Mario Brothers that's in the theater. That one was pretty good. I did end up falling asleep in a couple spots just for a quick second. I just couldn't help it. It was one of those boring parts. He's like, there is no boring parts. I'm like, yeah, well, when you're super tired, there is. Yeah. And we took the kids to go watch that. And then we came home, and I had a serious conversation with him. And it went really good. So, we won't get into that. At a point I thought that it was going to break us, because there was some serious things I had to talk to him about, and comes to find out he felt the same way. He just doesn't dwell on it like I do, I guess, because I seriously thought, oh my goodness, if I tell him that this is the way I'm feeling, he's gonna say, oh, well, we're done. No. Like, you know what? It's like he felt the same way. So, and he's been kind of tossing up those same feelings for a while. And so now we're on the same page where we're at. And, oh, it's wonderful. And the point is, like, you didn't think you had to talk to me about it? It's like, no, I didn't worry about it. There wasn't any concern. I'm like, alright, well, we're good now. Alright, so what did I sew this week? Well, I sewed hand towels. These little hand towels. This is one of the ones. Normally, some of the hand towels, they had the Lilo and Stitch on them. So well, I guess not Lilo, but it had Stitch. And then the little alien dude, I don't know what that is, but there's Stitch. And so these are for my brother and my sister-in-law. So it would be this Stitch. And it just kind of goes along with that collar scheme. And it has a little trees. And this is like some terry cloth fabric. So it has the terry on both sides that they got from Joann Fabrics. And this is just one of the scrap pieces. I'm going to try to do something with the scrap pieces so they're just not wasted. Because there is, we do have some decent sized pieces. But this is one of the towels that I did. There's two like this one. Because all I had left was these two pieces of the towel. And these ones are like from the center of the cloth. So when you get the terry cloth, it comes in so wide of So the terry cloth is so wide as you get it. And so basically I took it and I guess it was folded in half, so you had to fold on one edge. And then it has like a little, on the other edge it had like a little frill. Like a little like, it was a selvage, but it had the little strings and stuff, kind of like what a towel does sometimes. And so I used that edge as the bottom parts of the towel. Well, this towel, doesn't have the fringe because this is from the center. So I took like the pieces from the sides, and then what was left in the center was enough to make another towel. And so I have like 4 of these kinds that has the stitch on it and the little trees. I have those, and they already went to their home. But I still had these 2 pieces. So there's like a total of 6 pieces of this, because they didn't get very much. And, which I'm sure they got a yard. So a yard will make 6 hand towels, basically. Which is actually pretty good. But yeah. So I have these 2, because I was able to make 23 hand towels. And there was 3 different colors. So we did a gray, we did a blue, and then this blue. And had a couple different pieces of cotton fabric that we used for them. So this one I already have folded over for the towel. So I serged the edges. I fold it over and sew it on, so you can still see the serging on the edge. I guess you really can't see it because it blends in really well with that gray. And I don't know if you'd be able to see it any better on this other one because it just kind of blends in. Because I wanted to make sure I was using the thread the same color as the towel. So it just kind of blends in. But so these ones are like folded, serged on all 4 edges and then turned up. And then when we get to this top, I don't fold in this top piece, but it is serged, but I do fold it so that it makes that little, it just butts up next to each other. And then I stitch that so it stays where it needs to be. And then I stitch on the top pieces, these top pieces. And so I have a pattern here that I made. So I've got this one, but this one isn't going to be big enough for that. So I do have other pieces that I have made. I had a big piece of green construction paper, so I decided to get that out. And see, even this construction paper, it would cut it really close. So it wouldn't be that one I would use per se. But I do have, yeah, so it would be this one. But this one might be a little bit big too. Either way, I could cut it down if I needed to. But I have a couple different pieces because some of my towel pieces were different sizes. So you can see the different. So I wanted to make sure I had enough room on the edges. But basically I sew it together and then attach it to the towels. And I got 3 different template pieces. But yeah, so I've got this. I don't have these blue ones sewn up yet, but I do have this one sewn up. Alright, and so the reason why I'm doing my video today is because my husband isn't home. Yeah, I know he just got home, but he has family too, so he's going to go play some games with his brothers, because they like to get together and play Dominion and Dungeons and Dragons and that kind of stuff, which is totally cool with me. And so he went to go do that with his brothers and his friend, you know, some time together, because, you know, he hasn't seen his brother since November, well, since October, because he left, you know, end of October, beginning November, so he hasn't seen them that long. He's talked to them quite often, but he hasn't seen them. So he went to go see them and play. And then tonight we are going to my brother's house, because we're going to do a late Mother's Day barbecue. Because my brothers decided, you know what, we really need to get together. So we're going to get together, and it's just going to be kind of like a Mother's Day get together. Even though last week was Mother's Day, but this week we're celebrating at his house. It's just a reason to get together as a family and have a barbecue. That's all there is. So we're going to do that. Now, I have gone thrifting. I tell ya, those thrift stores get me. I go and I find some good stuff. So the other day I went, I think it was on Tuesday, I went to Savers. And now I just have to look around. So I saw this, went and look how beautiful that is. It's a Crafter's Companion 13 by 19 inch glass mat, which my mouse does not like at all, my computer mouse. So, but it's nice though, I like it. And then also while I was getting that I also found this box, this little Tupperware box full of Sis die cuts. So this one is a little robot. And then we have a rocket ship, so there's a little rocket. So I was able to find this whole little bucket for $6, which is great. Now, while I was walking around, I also saw another lady that had a bunch of the Sissic die cuts in her cart. I'm like, dang it. Because they were on the hanging wall as to where mine was in the office supplies section at Savers. Yeah. And so mine was on a shelf as to where hers was hanging on the racks by the craft supplies. So that's why I didn't have a chance to get to those. But I don't really need them. I would like them because I don't have very many die cuts. So finding that one was a score, and I would have been cool with just that. Although I would have been even cooler if they put more out while I was there. But they didn't. That's all they had. Alright. So, I think that is all. I haven't been really down here much this week. Like Monday. Okay, Monday I went and bought a new washer and dryer. Yeah, I did. Do you want to see a picture? I have a picture on my phone because, yeah. Let me go ahead and pull it up for you. So this is my new washer and dryer here. Isn't that nice? And this is before I took all the fun stuff off of it. And before I put the cabinet up where it goes. No, I put the cabinet up where it goes. I guess I hadn't pushed the washer back yet. And then this is as there was still packaging material laying around it. But yeah, I love it. It's great. Let's see. Like I saw one at Home Depot like that. Like this one, the gray one. And I basically paid the same price for mine. But mine I was able to pick up, but then I realized that with how difficult it was to get in and out, because it is a heavier machine, it may have been best to have somebody deliver it and put it in there for me. But being that I'm stubborn, I went and got it, and then a guy from the warehouse came and helped me get it in my backyard. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have been able to, because I realized how extremely difficult that was. And then I called my brother and said, hey, so that was Monday night. Like, hey, I got a washer and dryer, but I realize I can't do it on my own. I need help. And so my brother, he had another obligation he was headed to, but he came over after that obligation to help me get my washer and dryer in. And that was a struggle for him, too. But we got it in, and then after we got it kind of where it needed to be, I was like, okay, now, because we had to leave space in the back so I could get everything hooked up. So I'm like, now I can get everything else done. Thank you for your help. And so he left. But before he left, I gave him his 23 of these hand towels, because they commissioned me to make some. And he's like, how much do I owe you for them? I'm like, I don't know, maybe we should just call it even. It's like, no, I'm going to pay you for it. And so he did pay me, and that was great. And then, let's see, what else? And then Tuesday, so I'm naming off my days. Tuesday I went to Home Depot Tuesday morning and picked up a new vent kit for my dryer, because when looking at the vent kit on Monday night, the vent attachments Monday night, I realized that what I had wasn't going to work with my new dryer. So, because I have like a laundry tower, and so the hookups for the water are a little bit different spaced than what the old one was. And so my vent that I would have for that wasn't going to work, so I needed to get a new one. And so I went and I got a new one, and then I also got something, because my vent, it goes into the floor. Because that's the way it was set up before, and so that's the way we kept it when we redid my laundry room back in 2007. So I have a hole cut in the tile into the floor that we feed the vent through, and so we just kind of have like a little flexible vent that would just kind of go up to the floor, and it would hook up to non-flexible one to metal one, and it would go outside. Well, I really did not like the way that was looking, and so when I was at Home Depot, I saw this kit that has, it's like an attachment, so it has a like a little sleeve. It goes into the hole that you have for the vent hole. And in my case, it's in the floor, and so I can't really attach it to the wall, to the floor or anything. but it is attached to the metal ducting that is in that crawl space underneath the hole. And so I hooked that up. I'm saying we. There was no one else here to help me. Not that I would need any help. So I went down into the crawl space, which is fairly easy because I just access it in my son's room, and it's easy to access because I have access points. Because when I redid that room, I did put sections where I could unscrew and have access to underneath the laundry room. And so I went under there, I cleaned it all up and hooked up the pipe, and then so it's got this hole, and then it has an attachment that will click into the attachment to the hole, and the other end of that piece hooks into the hose, well, like the little tube. And so I hook up the tube, and then I kind of feed that in, and it clips into the thing on the floor. So it all works out. It's great. It's awesome. So I did that Tuesday. Okay. Man, long-winded stories. And then I think Friday. Well, let's just keep going here. So Wednesday. What did I do Wednesday? Wednesday I worked on getting laundry washed. Well, I did that Tuesday also. But getting laundry washed and towels folded and stuff put away, and basically working on cleaning out my room. Because when I did a deep clean of down here back in like January, I left a lot of the stuff up, or maybe it was November that I started that. Some of the stuff I left upstairs because I just didn't want to bring it down here. And some stuff I'd have piled up on the bed because I'd have fabric that I washed that I got. And I had it sitting on the bed because I have a queen size bed, and it was just little old me. And so I just have it there. But I got that all cleaned up, and then Thursday I had more cleaning and did that. And then also on Thursday morning, before I cleaned my room some more, I went out and mowed the yard because I figured, you know what, I don't think my husband really wants to worry about cleaning the yard, so I'm going to do this. So that's what I did. I went out and I cleaned the yard. Well, I mowed the grass. Cleaned the yard, jeez. Well, basically it is cleaning the yard because I also have to pick up, like, trash and stuff. Because the puppies, they find whatever they can find and they tear it up. And then I always have something to clean up. Yeah, go figure. So, I got that all done. I keep saying we. Me, myself, and I. Jeez. But yeah. And then worked on my room. Got sheets washed. Put a new sheet on my bed. Yeah. Because you kind of need new sheets when your husband's coming home for a visit. Well, not new sheets, but clean sheets. Not new sheets. Alright, well, I think that is all, because all I'm doing is rambling and telling you my day-to-day. And I know some people are interested. But, you know, I was watching a video this morning. And it was this lady making like a little denim rope basket with like doing crochet. And obviously it wasn't like a crochet rope basket, but she was using crochet thread, and then she was using that to stitch around the denim, and it kind of made this little cool welt basket. And it's a lot different than other ones I've seen made or that I have made. So I have this rope stuff that I got a while ago, and I kind of wanted to sew around it and stuff. And I was like, this just isn't working. And so I'd undo it, and I was like, well, what else am I going to do? And then I was like, well, maybe if I try to maybe use with the loom knitter and kind of do like the little knitted looms. And I'm like, and I have kind of put that off to the side because I'm like, I really don't like how this is turning out, and it doesn't look that great. And so it's just kind of sitting there not doing anything. But then I was watching this lady doing this basket, and then there was another lady doing another basket with the same cord that I have gotten, but she was doing it different. She was like wrapping it, I guess, with other fabric, or she was sewing it. I don't know. I'll have to go back and watch some more of the videos that she's put out. But I was thinking of combining those ropes with the crochet thread for making the other. I'm thinking I want to try that. Alright, well, I have rambled on enough. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you next time. Bye now.